Hey, Brooke.
Hey, Rachel.
I haven't seen you in so long.
Yep, not closer than this anyway. Mm-mm.
When was the
Well,
last time we sewed together?
um, the dress right before the restaurants closed down, because then we went
That
out
was
to
like
eat.
beginning of March.
We went out to eat and begin wearing our dresses.
Yeah, I think it was March 12th because the 13th is when school stopped.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yes. That was a while ago.
Yeah, what have you been working on?
Well, I'm still going into work. Working 40 plus hours a week, plus teaching classes at night and doing comedy shows. So I'm not doing a whole lot, but I have found that due to work's craziness and busyness, that I'm sleepwalking in my dreams about selling plants and talking tomatoes.
Oh my God.
I had a dream the other night, and people kept asking me when tomatoes were going to be ready. And I said, November 4th, November 4th. And they're like, isn't that too late? I'm like, no, there's still plenty of time. So I haven't really
Speaking
been
of
able.
plants, when is the best time to plant your garden if you're planting a garden?
Well, it depends on where you live. So like right now in Oregon
Where we live.
and where we live, Mother's Day. Think about Mother's Day.
That's how
Okay?
I've always done it. But I
Yeah,
know people are buying plants up like
toilet paper.
now.
Yes, people are buying plants right now like crazy because they are thinking they can't get fresh produce. But it's also a good aspect to teach your kids on how to grow gardens. So, but the problem is that people are buying certain veggies way too early. And so I'm telling people to make sure they protect them from the cold at night. So I'm
That's a
not
good
putting
idea.
tomatoes in my beds until the second week in May. So anyway, something that I had been working on is back a few episodes ago. Well, our very first episode, our pilot episode, we made these
Yes,
bowls.
the bowls.
So I wanted to make a bowl, and so I made. Oop, let me change my background.
Oh my gosh, it's ombre. Rainbow ombre.
So let me turn my background off really quick so that you can see it properly.
Ooh,
So this is the scraps from the rugs that we did.
that is a great idea. Why
And
didn't I
then
think of that?
my only problem is I have trouble at the end. I have trouble. Let's see if I can get that in there. See how cruddy that looks?
Do you know the irony in this? Because you're the one who helped me with the end of my bowl.
I know, mine looks like doo-doo. It didn't have that problem on the wheel because it wasn't as obvious, but on the bowl, it looks horrible, really choppy. So I need to master the end of this.
You should have told me. I would have brought my bowl in here. I don't want to leave to go get it.
And I made a second one. I just got to find it. It's somewhere hiding behind my green screen. If I don't break anything.
So,
I made this one too. It's bad if the lighting is bad, but it's the same colors from when we initially made the first one.
I recognize
But my
it.
ending is bad too. It's really choppy. And I can't figure out what to do. So
Okay, I'm going to pause and then I'm going to go get it. Okay, I'm back. This is what mine looks like.
okay, so still, yeah. Yeah, I just got to figure out how to make it smooth.
I don't know. Does the book suggest anything?
I haven't looked at that yet.
I remember going back and forth over it with the zigzag on the end there.
I did really well on the start and stop spots for the colors because yeah, it's all fluent all the way around except for on that side and as well as this one. My other one, I made it. This one's oval. I wanted to try an oval plate, so I did an oval. My other one, I didn't mark the ending and I just started changing it and it doesn't look as good. So marking where you start and stop is really important.
How much rope are you leaving, or how much fabric after the rope are you leaving?
Fabric after the rope? Well, I was taking the rope and cutting, shredding it at about, at an angle to
Yes,
make it thinner, but then it just frays and falls apart.
you have to glue it.
Right. So I was gluing the fabric, but it was just shredding and falling apart.
Mm.
So what I think I might do is really just try to flatten that just with maybe some forceps or something, or an iron to
Do
just
you
make,
know what forceps are?
no, does that force open things? A wrench, something that clamp it to tighten it, or
Pliers.
pliers to flatten it.
Forceps are what doctors pull babies' heads out with.
Oh, lovely. Okay, I don't mean
Yeah.
forceps.
No, you don't.
You know what you know what our video needs right now?
But
Is a cute kitty background. Look at
all the backgrounds.
So what are you working on, Rachel?
Oh my goodness, I have a pile of stuff here. What do you want me to start with? Sewing projects? Okay. So I have made about 45 of these for friends and family, and I'm donating them unless they if they offered to pay me. I suggested they pay it forward because I wasn't accepting money for these. So I just wanted to make sure everybody that needed a mask had a mask. And then we also made with our 3D printer, we made these, they're called ear guards, and I don't have one with me, but they're like little pieces of plastic that go behind your head to hold the N95 masks. And so far I've donated about almost 400 of them
Oh,
to
jeez.
different hospitals around and a couple vet clinics. And then there's a pharmacy next to the drive-through coffee shop that I like. And I just gave them a little bag. Insomnia. Insomnia. Why can't I just say it? It's Insomnia Coffee? It's over there. They have a drive-through. And if you go through the drive-through and when you pay, they have these little critters at the drive-through, like they have a raccoon and a bear. I made the masks for them too. Little tiny little ceramic things. Even they need masks. They were using toilet paper, so I upgraded to cloth. Let's see what else. I pulled out a very old cross stitch that I started I started it right when we moved back to Oregon, so that was almost 3 years ago now. But I had previously started it before I moved to Florida in the first place. But then I restarted it when we moved back to Oregon because I didn't like the fabric it was on. And it will look like this eventually. It's a little dragon. It's called Snapdragon.
Yes, I remember that.
It's called Little Snapdragon by Diane Allaire.
Hold it in front of you. Yeah.
You can sort of see it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm up here in the flowers here. You can see. I've done the dragon. The dragon's finished. And I'm not pulling it out of this because it's very hard to get it back in the...
All right, you have done the dragon, I think, because I could have sworn I remember seeing it before.
You've seen the dragon. Then today, I thought, oh, why don't I pull out one of those kits that I bought at the beginning of this quarantine? And it's one of those diamond kits. You ever seen those?
No.
So basically under here, there's a canvas. It's under plastic right now. It's got glue on this butterfly. And then you take these little beads, they're like flattened rhinestone things, and you just set them on the glue. And then it makes it sparkly. But I don't know. It's the beads go everywhere. and I accidentally sat down, and it comes in, you put the little beads in this little tray, which I've lost now. Oh, here it is. You put the beads in this little tray, and then this is how you pull the beads off with this little stylus thing. And the beads, this is a 1/4 inch of plastic is all that's keeping these beads in the tray.
You need to make a new plastic tray with your 3D printer.
I do, because I caught it and it flipped down into my lap, and then it went all over the rug. So then I spent 10 minutes picking up stupid little beads. And they come in these, like, you know how Top Ramen has those little packets of seasoning? I can't say that I would recommend this project, but because I've only just started it. So maybe I'll get into it once I'm a little further in. And I've actually, the one I bought is mostly printed already, and just the butterfly on top is what you put the beads on. But I've seen others where the whole canvas is beaded. And then, my knitting project is this pattern. It's going to be a shawl, and the yarn is from Knitted Wit. It's a local dyer that lives in Portland. And the pattern is called Rainbow Boomerang. You can find it on Ravelry, and it's by Shannon Squire, who is also local to Portland. And then I have been working on my watercoloring. This is a whale. I made this for my husband for our anniversary. We just celebrated 18 years. Woo! And then I made this for myself.
Cute.
Probably one of my most favorite things I've ever painted. Super cute. And then, among other things, and this is backed by science, when you're put into a situation like quarantine or something, all of a sudden your survival instincts pop up and kick in.
Okay. And
the desire to make bread is one of those instincts. So I've been wanting to make bread or whatever for about a month now, and I could not find any flour until last week. I finally found like one 10-pound bag, and I think there was only like 2 left in the store. So I got this 10-pound bag of flour, and I started a starter.
Nice. I just threw away my starter.
His name's Paul. He lives on top of my refrigerator. I feed him every day. He needs to be fed, and half of him, I need to throw out half of him or discard half and then feed him again.
Have you made bread?
Hungry. I made 2 loaves. What? Sourdough, and I wasn't expecting much because it was like the bread was fighting me through the whole process. But the crumb structure is pretty amazing, and it's soft inside and it's all the way cooked. I thought maybe half of it would be raw, but nope, it's all the way cooked. I made 2 of these loaves, and one of them is almost gone. So it tastes
like sourdough.
It tastes tangy like sourdough. It's not like super tangy, but there's like a little bit. It tastes mostly like white bread with a little bit of tang. Mm-hmm. So it's not overpowering. So it's not San Francisco sourdough from Bodine's, but it's still pretty good. And my daughter liked it, which is like one of the first things she's ever liked that I've made from scratch before in her 10 years.
Good job.
More like since she's had an opinion on food. So 7 years. Anyway, as you can see, I've been really busy, and I haven't done any personal sewing projects because I've been doing the masks, and those took, I did like 25 or 30 in 1 week, and then the next week I took a break, and then I did 10 more or 15. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten an exact number. But yeah, I was just doing it. I was offering it to friends. through like text messaging and stuff, or when I like talked to my mom and I said, oh yeah, I'm making these masks. She's like, oh, will you make me too? And I'm like, okay. So I made them for her, and then I posted on Facebook that I had some masks that I was going to be making, and if anybody wanted one to just reach out. And so then that's how I got about 10 more.
Yeah, let me go grab my mask.
How many did you make?
3. I can
But
find
those
it.
were for, did you end up making a bunch for coworkers?
I didn't have time.
Oh, well, yeah, you've been busy.
So this is what I made. I had to improvise because they, let me turn the green screen
No, you don't
off.
have to. Just hold it in front of you.
But it will match the background because it's green. It's a green mask. So let me turn my background off. They did not have any elastic. They were sold out of elastic. So I made it out of just material. But this is my
Oh,
mask.
yeah.
And there's no nose grip. And let's see if I put on. Do these go over the ears? They don't hold on.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
tight in
That's
the back.
nice. And it
So,
doesn't bruise the back of your ear.
nope. And it works well for ponytail people. Let's see, because it goes right along my ponytail. So,
Well, you've seen my ponytail, right?
yes, I have. So when I wore these at work, I would just go down a little bit. You know, I can't really take it off.
My
But
ponytail looks like this,
gosh.
like a little paintbrush.
So anyway, this is what I made. And then Susan, my friend Susan, made my workplace 5 of them.
Oh, wow.
To share, but nobody was taking them, so I took 3, and then 2 other coworkers each took 1. So I have 3 that she made that have elastic that I've been using lately.
Well, it's good that you have extra because then you can wash them.
Right, because I come home from work.
That's important.
I come from work and I go through the garage and I strip. I change clothes in the garage.
Wow.
The
The more you know.
I change clothes in the garage, so I have a dirty pile of work clothes in the garage that I just wear once, and then I wash them later. So I may take my mask off and I put it in there, so I don't reuse on a daily basis the next day.
We have a UV box that disinfects everything with UV light, so I just stick my mask in there.
I put my mask in yesterday morning to refresh it in the dryer, not realizing it, and for refreshing, it actually adds water. So when it was done, or when it was partway through it, so it was partway through, I opened it just to see how it was, and it was just sitting in water in my dryer. And I was like, well, I can't take that mask to work with me today, so I had to wear a dirty one.
Do you have a fancy washing machine and dryer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's so fancy. I don't know how to use it. So there's always this little hint of me inside that kind of wishes that I was stuck at home. I would have a lot of projects done. My yard would look amazing right now. But
I'll let you know something. I live with my husband and daughter in a 2-bedroom apartment. And today, I don't know what kind of energy I was projecting, but every time I sat down to do something, I would either get a text from one of them or they would come in and start talking to me as soon as I sat down. I got nothing done today because I kept getting interrupted. I think on my cross stitch that I spent, I sat there for 2 hours trying to work on it. I think I got about 20 stitches done, which is not very much because it's very
convenient
tiny.
that my housemate doesn't do anything to send me text or come in and talk to me. But he's been sick this week, and he actually got tested yesterday.
Oh no.
No, it came back negative this morning. So,
But he was sick enough to be tested? Because I have a friend that's been sick for like 4 weeks and wasn't able to get tested.
well, his job, he's required, if you call out sick the third day, you're supposed to talk to your doctor. So he had a doctor visit, and he's like, well, it sounds like it's a virus. Let's just go get you tested. And he just went and got tested. And he says there was like nobody else there. He just drove up and got tested. I don't understand. But with his work environment, I mean, it's important to know that if he's got it or not. And especially in being exposed to me and me being exposed to my work environment, it needed to be known for sure. But I hope your friend gets better.
I think she's starting to feel a little bit better, but still having fevers and stuff.
Yeah, he's had fevers all week.
Well, we are fortunate that my husband can work from home, but we are not set up for him to work from home.
You need an office room.
He needs like his own office. So right now he's just taking up the bathroom, his bathroom. We have 2 bathrooms, thank goodness. He's taking up one of them.
So the one in your room or the one in the hall?
The other not my bathroom. I wouldn't let him in there.
Okay.
My bathroom's the sanctuary, remember?
Your bathroom is the one connected to your bedroom, right? Okay.
No, the other he was in my daughter. My daughter has this huge walk-in closet. It's fairly large, and he was in there, and she evicted him. He was in there like, I don't even think he made it a week, and she evicted him, and so then he moved to the bathroom, which is fine. You know, he's got his running water. He put some snacks in there. He's got a little table and a little chair.
And he can sit on the toilet all day.
That's his little chair.
Well, my housemate has been, since he's been sick, has been watching TV non-stop. Gets up, gets coffee, goes, lays in the chair, TV on until he goes to bed at night.
Does he have day and night pajamas?
No.
Like just the same?
I don't know what he does at night. So, but I mean, he comes out and wearing the same thing. So
I'm trying to at least get up and put on clothes, even if I don't leave the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
But I usually do at least once a day to walk the dogs. But there's a few, like, if we went to the grocery store yesterday, today I'm not going to leave the house and do anything. So I just wear my pajamas all day, and then I switch to night pajamas. So I have my day and night pajamas.
I stopped at the store today to get food to make some dinner, and I randomly checked the puzzle section. Sold out. Wiped out. So you know what this means is after this transition happens and we can finally go shopping, like at Goodwill's, they're going to get a lot of puzzles.
Oh, yeah, they're going to have a lot of new puzzles.
Yes.
And maybe the stores will get new puzzles. We went to the grocery store on Monday. That was the last time we went out. And they had toilet paper at 4:00 in the afternoon. It was amazing. I didn't need to buy it because we actually stocked up in December without realizing we were stocking up.
Yeah.
And we haven't even used, we bought 2 things of Costco toilet paper by accident. But we had one, forgot about it, bought another one. And then we realized we had the first one. So now we have 2 in our storage unit, and we bought them in December, and we still haven't opened them up. So, you know, we're pretty golden on toilet paper. So if you need any, let me know. I got your back.
I'm good because like, I'm not home. So, but what's really interesting is when I'm at work, I don't have to go to the bathroom all that much. And I realized,
that's a sign that you're not drinking enough.
No, but I realized yesterday after lunch, whenever I do carryouts of soil bags, I work at a garden nursery, by the way. Anytime I do carryouts of soil bags after lunch, and I'm carrying the bag against my body, and then all of a sudden it's pushing on my abdomen, and I'm just like, gotta go to the bathroom. So like, I think this is not something we need to discuss on this.
No, not really.
No.
I'm not pulling it out.
You're not going.
editing this at all. This is just going straight on the internet.
So anyway, some projects that I have in the future. How about that? That I've been wanting to do. Okay. I want to make this.
Wait. You can think about the future?
I have to know there's hope.
I am living day by day, sometimes hour by hour. It's like I'm Bill Murray in What About Bob? And I was like, I got my little
Groundhog Day.
No, What About Bob?
Oh, really?
I have my little starter and I go, baby steps to 4 o'clock. Baby steps to 4 Yeah, hour by hour sometimes. And then other days it'll be like, oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. How'd that happen? So I'm all over the map, but I can't think about tomorrow. I have to only think about today. So that's really good that you're thinking ahead.
I have to think about 5 days ahead when I have my weekend. So anyway, this is
I don't know what that is. We have day.
This is a project that I've been wanting to make. Is it? Yeah. I want to make this. I want to make it that looks like this. So it's like
funny because that's a cat napper and you are a cat napper.
No comment. It looks fairly easy. I mean, this one would be the easiest because it's just one piece of fabric, the batting, and another piece of fabric sewn together. But this one would be more quilted, designed. But I would need a whole bunch of fleeces to do that because I think I would do.
What's giving it stability?
Let me pull out the instructions.
I wonder if you have to use like that plastic canvas stuff. Because you need to be able to wash it, right?
Patch. So you need double fold bias tape, or 2 fat quarters, or 1/3 yard. 1 yard, 2 yard. That's placement, fabric bead binding and ties. High loft batting. One-sided fusible foam such as Pellon. Insul bright, optional to make center of bed crinkle when your cat walks on it. And a
don't buy any. I have tons.
Okay. And
when we get to see each other again. Remember when we could... Go ahead.
And a one-sided fusible heavyweight stabilizer.
Oh, that's probably it.
So what were you going to say?
I was going to say, remember when we used to be able to go to the fabric store together and shop and look at fabrics?
A lot of money on fabrics.
Wasn't that fun?
Yes.
I remember that. Did you know that we started this all because we wanted to wake up early and go to the mall and play cards and watch people mall walking? Started this.
Now you can't even go to the mall. We
literally had this conversation like right before the coronavirus started. We went to the mall kind of early and there was a bunch of people mall walking and it was so much fun to like people watch. And then we sat down and had a Cinnabon, and this elderly couple next to us,
like elderly,
like walkers,
80s, 90s, yeah.
Yes, they were playing cribbage, and I was like, we should go join them play cribbage. And then I found out Brooke played cribbage, and I did not know that. And I've known you a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know you played cribbage, and you probably didn't know I played cribbage.
Because not a lot of people admit that they play cribbage.
It's not that I don't admit that I play it. It's just I don't have anybody to play with, so I never mention it. I just figured nobody else knows how to play it.
Right. But I love math.
One of those games. Yeah, it's not one of those games that everybody can play. Even my husband, he won't play it. He's like, there's too much involved. And I'm like, you're a computer programmer. This is like nothing.
And another person mentions like, there's no point in this because there's just random pointages. I'm like, there's random pointages in every game. So
no, you have a little bit of control over it. A lot of it is random, but then when you're pulling out your cards for the kitty.
The kitty?
The kitty.
The crib?
The crib.
You call it the kitty?
No, it's called the crib. In other games, it's called the kitty. Maybe it's both. I don't know. Whatever. When you are pulling out your cards, you control what you're putting in there.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, often enough, it works out in the other person's favor. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, sometimes you pull a full hand and you're like, well, which points do I want to give up in this hand? I think the most points I've ever gotten in a single hand is like 24.
I think, what is is 31 or 29 the most you can get?
Not sure. I have not looked that up.
I think you have to have like all tens in your hand, and then no, the crib is, well, what the stack that you that you pull over and you play with, that has to have like a 5. And then you have to have a jack that's the same suit
Same suit
as
as the.
that, and then you have to have a good crib, I guess. But
Yeah, something
oh,
that.
and pairs. You pairs, or you have to
Well,
have a
like
pair.
runs, like
To have
6, 7,
runs.
8, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8 is a good one, or 4, 5, 6, and like having like 2 5s and a 4,
Or
5. So 4, 5, 5, 6.
10 jack queen, 10 jack king, queen king.
Mm-hmm. Or even
I
just.
think you have to have 10 jack king queen and a 5, or 10 10 jack queen king and a 5 on the crib kitty, whatever.
um,
Anyway, I digress. We wanted to
I
go play
saw
cribbage with this elderly couple, and so we were sitting in the mall eating our cinnamon buns and drinking our coffee, which I think was my 3rd coffee of the day at that point. And we were like, we should come back here early in the morning and play cribbage. And then we
and
got
then the
coronavirus.
shutdown happened. So I
That's
saw
still
that
on the plans. Maybe this summer we can do it.
I saw today on a Facebook post a dress that I want to try to make.
Oh, really?
See if it comes. Let me turn this green screen off. I took a screenshot of it. But this looks like, let's see if it comes through. You're not going to come through. Phooey. I'll text it to you.
Okay. What's it called? So other people can know what it is.
No, there is no name.
Oh,
It's a company that makes clothes called Dress Lily.
I've heard of them.
So I will send you it right now just so that you can see it, and everybody else will just have to be like, what does it look like? Because it won't show. Yeah, it won't show.
Oh, I got a text from someone.
Wait.
Who could it have been from?
You see it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cute. I saw that. Oh my gosh, Brooke, I saw that on my Facebook feed.
And it reminded me of you because of the
I
dinosaur.
wonder.
We're going to look at the fabric of the dinosaur.
Yes. I
But
wonder.
I mean, it
Wait a
doesn't have to be
minute.
dinosaur
Did you
fabric.
click on it and then it came onto my Facebook, or did I click on it and it went onto your Facebook?
I didn't click on it. I just took a picture of the screen. I just took a screenshot. Because did it end up on your Facebook?
I have seen this dress and thought it was super cute because I loved the way the top was.
Mm-hmm.
That's really strange. The way that top is like
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to find.
I have done this by accident, people. I was trying
now
to do
it's
a
fashion
crisscross
thing.
dress. It was a crisscross top on the top of this dress, and I like flipped it around. It was like this weird twisty thing, which was not what needed to happen. But I know how to do it.
So I have to figure out. Yeah, I want to do that.
That is super cute. Yes, I have seen this. So maybe I clicked on it and then it went onto your Facebook.
Maybe because I mean, when we talk a lot of crafting with our phones nearby and they listen to us, I can say the word like overalls. Let's see what happens later if I'm on Facebook. If anything with overalls comes up,
It does.
it will show us ads of what we're talking about.
Yes. It has happened to me. I was at my sister-in-law's house and they had just gotten one of those like robot vacuum cleaners. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. But it wasn't Roomba brand, it was something else. Guess what? I got that ad for the something else brand of
Yeah.
circular robot vacuum cleaner. And it was really strange because I hadn't Googled it, didn't even look up the brand or anything. It just from us talking about it. Fun times.
Fun times. So something I did make that's not crafty is I made a cedar box for my herbs.
That's so cool. That's crafty. Come on. That's using
So
tools.
when I had a really low day on a Thursday because my body was so exhausted from work, I couldn't do anything. And so then the next day I did a lot of stuff to try to get everything done in one day before I had to go do another week of work. I was like, towards the end of the day, I was like, I want a cedar box for my herbs. And I started looking online. It's like $200, $300. Wait, I've got some leftover wood. So I pulled out the saw and the drill and I made it in an hour and a half.
Speaking of herbs, how are my strawberries doing?
They need to be weeded.
Okay, what about my raspberry plant?
They're coming in good. They need to be weeded. But
That's
they're
my
coming
job, everyone. I go to her house and do weeding.
because
And
you
she
like it.
provides me, and I like it because I use a special tool.
We're not going to say what the tool's
I'm not,
called.
it's called Grandpa's Weeder. It's like this, it looks like loppers, but instead of lopping trees branches, you lop off the dandelions.
Well, it's like it's at the end. It's got this thing that looks like
Yeah,
this, and there's a thing that you step on. So when you step on it, it goes whoop, and it grabs the root base, and then you pull it up because it's like a big shovel handle, and you pull it up, and then it pulls the dandelions out by the roots.
it's
Because
cool.
pulling dandelions out by the roots is important. Um, I've got so many weeds.
It's so fun to use, and can't go over there and do it.
You
I
can.
could spend all afternoon using that
I
thing.
just open the side gate. You don't even have to come in the house. You can go out there for 3 hours if you want. I'll just leave the tool out for you.
Okay,
Just go for it. You can come
I
over on
might
a
do
day when
that.
I'm
I
working.
might do that when it's not
You can go
raining.
over on a day when I'm working if you want.
Well, I want to go on a day when your roommate's not there.
Right, when we're
So
both
let me know when he's not working
okay. When
or
he
when
is
he is working, so I can go. I'll go over there and weed. You'll come home and be like, "Oh my gosh, that's a huge stack of dandelions."
I should put them on Craigslist because they're edible.
My friend uses them for her guinea pigs,
Mm.
and like it's so cute when you feed it. If you feed them the stalk end of the flower, they go nyah, 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 and then they have like this little dandelion flower mouth. It's so cute.
It sounds cute.
It's super cute. It almost makes me want guinea pigs, but then I don't need another animal in the house.
Never had a desire to have a guinea pig. I've had a desire to have a bunny rabbit. That comes and goes a lot.
I've had a bunny rabbit. She
And I
didn't
want
like me.
chickens, but I don't like eggs
I love eggs. Why don't you get chickens and you give me the eggs?
because I'm not home to
Problem
take care of
solved.
them.
Well, they only lay one egg a day. And
I like
usually
it
in the
for baking
morning.
and stuff, but it's really hard for me to eat eggs. It's just
Oh well, I love farm fresh eggs.
just a thing. Well,
So
farm
if
fresh
this is
eggs
a
are better than
desire,
store-bought eggs, but still, I make myself eat a scrambled egg once in a while because I know it's good for me, but I don't like it.
I like eggs poached. I like them fried. I like them on rice, not scrambled like fried rice. You have your rice separate and then you do a fried egg and you put that on your rice with some soy sauce. It's so good. I do that when I'm not feeling well and I don't want to make food.
It's a good thing to have when you're not feeling well. Easy on the body. I have chips and salsa.
That's so hard on your body.
That's my comfort food. Now, if
I
I'm
can't even eat
nauseous,
it anymore.
if I'm nauseous, I'm not eating. But if I have a cold, the best thing for you is those spices in that salsa, and
And
it
that's why
opens
I
you
can't
up.
eat it. Remember going to Mexican restaurants and eating chips and salsa at the table?
I bought salsa today. Portland made salsa.
Remember going to restaurants?
Remember
going to a store and browsing instead of just going in and getting what you need and leaving?
Do you remember leaving your apartment?
There was a time, let's see, what was this? Like 3 weeks ago, about halfway through this, what we're in, I drove my car to the store, and it was weird because there was nobody on the road, and it was almost like I had to relearn how to drive my car because I hadn't driven it in so long. That was weird.
I took my car in and got new brakes and a battery last week? No, the week before. I think 2 weeks ago. It was starting to not be very nice to turn on in the morning every time I had to go somewhere. So it was 8-year-old battery, so it needed to go.
8?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we haven't been able to keep one longer than 3.
Well, I mean, I guess it's a 2013, but you don't have no idea when they put the battery in it. So, because sometimes the 2013s come out in 2012.
Right. I'm still saying I've only gotten the battery to live like 3 years. That's amazing. Actually, I just got new tires on my car right before quarantine, and they were original to my car, so they were 3 years old, and had 30,000 miles on them. I won't tell you how many tires Owen has gone through.
No,
So many.
I know the story of Owen and his tires.
Oh my God. Windshields and tires, my husband goes through them like water.
As much as you go through water.
As much as I go through water, that's how much he goes through tires.
You know what I made the other night?
What?
Well, I think I told you. Yeah, butterbeer, hot butterbeer.
Oh, right.
After a little while, there's a woodpecker on my suet feeder.
The empty one?
It is a.
Let me guess. A red-headed sapsucker.
No, it's only about this big. It's a little downy.
Oh, I love those.
It's basically the height of my suet feeder, which is about 5 inches. Yeah.
It's this long.
It's like, why haven't you refilled the feeder? There's like a chunk left in it, and I almost put suet in it earlier, but I didn't. I was like, you guys gotta finish that chunk before I put another square in there.
We saw 3 bald eagles flying over the park across the street from our apartment. That was really cool. And then they flew away. So I don't think they live here. They were just visiting.
Maybe they're checking the grounds.
But it was odd that there was 3. So I wonder if it was like 1 male or 1 female and 2 males.
Chasing the female.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that we got to chat. I mean, I feel like we haven't gotten to talk in weeks. Just texting.
Mm-hmm. And then we had this little so awkward gathering.
I know.
I need to choose another cool background.
I need to edit the second half of our jelly roll video.
Yeah.
And then once I get that done, I'm gonna probably post that on May 1st.
Okay.
And then
check out this one. Check out that one. I took that.
Oh, cool. Oh, pretty. I have that same feeder, only my glass is red.
Look at this one.
Oh, did you see that Sean Astin is going to be at the Rose City Comic Con?
I think so. If I get really far back, I can be a little hobbit with them.
That's really fun. You're more of a Gimli.
I'm more of a Gimli?
Yeah.
I had to bring in a second chair because Big T stole my chair, and you can't move him because he will attack you. So he is sitting in my chair behind me. Here, we'll go with happy green. Happy green.
No happy trees.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stick with my lotus.
That's good. That's good. So this has been so awkward.
I know, so awkward, quarantine edition.
So, and it's been...
I'm sorry we don't have anything to show for it. We have nothing that we finished.
You did your masks.
No, like together. We haven't sewn anything together to show that what we've made.
Oh,
I mean, I've shown what I've made separately from you.
and I showed what I've made separately from
I
you.
know.
Yeah, I still want to really make those leggings.
I know. Well, we will do it.
Next, I want that to be our next.
Maybe in June.
I mean, even if we
June
can't
when
be together, we can still do it like this. So,
that could be interesting. I don't know.
yeah.
Only because it's loud.
Only
And I
because
have
what?
because the sewing machines are loud. That's the only thing that might not work so well.
Well, we would have to film. We're still filming right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
You're gonna
haven't said
edit. Are you gonna
goodbye
edit
yet.
it? Are you gonna edit it?
No.
That's an hour long.
So people can watch it.
I don't think people are gonna want to watch an hour-long
I'm
video.
putting it up there. If they want to exit early, they can.
Well, then let's say goodbye to So Awkward.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank
we've
you
been
for
so awkward.
watching, and we will be sewing again soon, I hope,
Yes.
together in the
And
same room.
just know that these troubles might be hard and difficult. Just know that there's always a cute giant kitty out there. Ah! Okay, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.
See ya.